Hello and welcome to the live session by Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya. I am Misbah, your maths educator, and in this class we are going to learn how to find the solutions of a linear equation in two variables. Basically, we are not going to learn how to find the solutions, but we have to learn the concepts regarding the number of solutions of a linear equation in two variables. In the previous grades, you have already learned how to find solution of a linear equation in one variable. Now we have got linear equations in two variables as well. Hello Technocoder, welcome to this session. Are you able to hear and see me? Just confirm that in the chat guys, so that we can start with it. So we have to learn about solution of a linear equation in two variables, and then we'll be seeing graphs of linear equations in two variables as well. Okay, so I guess we are good to start guys, so let's start with it. So you have already studied linear equations in one variable in earlier grades. So an equation which can be put in the form of ax plus b. This is the standard form of a linear equation in one variable. Over here x is the variable guys, right? A and b are constants. Hello Samira, hi Ashik, welcome to this session. So over here a and b are constants and x is the variable. And you see a cannot be equal to 0, because you see if you take a is equal to 0, this will not remain an equation, right? And a and b are real numbers is called a linear equation in one variable. So you can take any example of linear equation in one variable. For example, you have got this. Every time you will find that a linear equation in one variable will have only one solution. Every time you will have a unique solution of a linear equation in one variable. Hello Gautam, hi Aisha, hello Swarupa, hello Gajraj, welcome to this session. So any doubt in this concept guys? Linear equation in one variable will every time have a unique solution. If you take the standard form of a linear equation in one variable, ax plus b is equal to 0. So you see x will come out to be equal to minus b by a. Any doubt in that guys? Very basic concept. A linear equation in one variable will have a unique solution every time. Hello Venugopal, welcome to this session. Any doubt in this thing guys? Tell me. So you can think of any example of linear equation in one variable. For example, I've got something like this. You will see that every time it will have a unique solution. What is the solution guys? It will be 1 minus 3, that is minus 2 by 3. So every time a linear equation in one variable will have a unique solution only. Very basic concept it is, right? Okay. Now if you have got a linear equation in two variables, so any equation which can be written in this form, you see ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. You see it's a linear equation because the highest exponent of the variable is 1. Therefore it is a linear equation, right? Is equal to 0, where a, b and c are real number constants over here. And you see a and b cannot be 0 simultaneously. Is called a linear equation in two variables. So first I'll show you something like this. See, if I've got suppose something like this, understand it properly guys, okay? This is a linear equation in two variables, right? The coefficient of x is not 0, the coefficient of y is also not 0, correct? Now if I say, can I say that this is also a linear equation in two variables? Can I say that guys? Can I understand it in the form of a linear equation in two variables? Do you agree with me guys? Yes, this can also be understood as a linear equation in two variables. I can write it like this or not guys? 0y over here. So this can also be understood as a linear equation in two variables. So what you have to understand, that every linear equation in one variable can also be understood in the form of a linear equation in two variables. For example, if I take something like this, I'm taking same example over here. Suppose I get something like this. Can I say that this is a linear equation in two variables as well? See, it is 100% sure that this is a linear equation in one variable. But the same equation can also be understood as a linear equation in two variables. You'll understand once we will do graphs over here, right? So you see this can be written like this or not? 0x plus 2y plus 8 is equal to 0. Yes or no guys? So you see this same linear equation in one variable can also be understood as a linear equation in two variables as well. Is it clear to every student in this session? Just confirm that. Gautam, Aisha, Swarupa, Gajraj, Venugopal. Is this clear to you? So again I am saying a linear equation in one variable can also be understood as a linear equation in two variables as well. We'll do that, Bimla, we'll do that. I haven't started this, but is this clear to everybody? That this was a linear equation in one variable. We can write the same linear equation in one variable in the form of a linear equation in two variables as well. You have to understand it properly. I hope this is clear. Yes? Now you see, linear equations in two variables will have infinitely many solutions. You see over here, Bimla, linear equations in two variables has infinitely many solutions. You can understand using an example. Suppose a very simple example I am taking over here, Bimla. Suppose I have got x plus y is equal to 8, suppose. Okay. Now I want to find the solution. What do you mean by the solution, Bimla? Solution means the values of x and y which will satisfy this equation, right? So can I find the solutions like this, Bimla? If I take x and y over here, suppose I take x is equal to 1, y will be 7 or not, Bimla? If I take x is equal to 2, y will be 6. If I take 3, y will be 5. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So it will be what, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. You got it? So basically a linear equation in two variables will have infinitely many solutions. You can keep on finding more solutions to this as well. For example, I can take Bimla over here. I can take x is equal to 0, so y will be 8. If I take y is equal to 0, so x will be 8. I can take negatives as well, minus 8, minus 1, if I take this will be 9. So if I take this to be minus 1, this will be 9, and so on. So therefore, a linear equation in two variables will have infinitely many solutions. Is this clear, Gajraj, Venugopal, Swarupa, Bimla, Aisha, Samira? Any doubt in the concept, guys? That a linear equation in two variables will have infinitely many solutions. Why it is called linear? Because the highest exponent of the variable is 1 over here. I hope this thing is clear. Now again I will repeat one thing over here. See, if you want this to be a linear equation, I'll repeat once again if it is confusing. If you want this to be a linear equation, guys, so you see over here, A and B cannot be simultaneously 0. A and B cannot be simultaneously 0. Simultaneously means together they cannot be 0, right? See, A can be 0, then B will not be 0, correct? If A is 0, then B will be not 0. If B is 0, then A will not be 0. Because if you make both A and B to be 0, this will not remain an equation, right? Variable will not be left. Both of this cannot be 0 simultaneously. We write that condition like this. You see, A square plus B square not equal to 0. If you write A square plus B square not equal to 0, it means that A and B cannot be simultaneously 0. Is both variable then? Not able to understand that, Bimla? Both variable means that question is not making any sense, Bimla. See, if you take something like this, Bimla, see, I will explain that, don't bother. See, if you understand this in the form of a linear equation in one variable only, Bimla, then it will represent only one solution. I mean, it will have only a unique solution. But as I have explained over here, that a linear equation in one variable can also be understood as a linear equation in two variables. Then you will see that it will have infinitely many solutions. I will explain this when you will understand graphs. Just have some patience, I will do that, okay? So again I am repeating, every linear equation in one variable can also be understood as a linear equation in two variables as well. I hope this thing is clear, Bimla. You will understand it more properly if I will explain graphs. I hope up till here it is clear. And have you got the meaning of solution of a linear equation, guys? Solution means the values of x and y which will satisfy the equation. Just take an example. If I put x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 7, so what is happening? 1 plus 7, that is equal to 8. It means I will say x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 7 is a solution of this linear equation in two variables. That's what I am saying, Divyanshu. Yes, that's what I have written over here. I hope that is clear, Divyanshu. Correct? So every linear equation in one variable can be expressed as a linear equation in two variables as well. You will understand it more properly when I will start explaining the graphs. I haven't started that, right? So before actually doing graphs, let's do some basic questions on the basis of solutions of a linear equation. Let's do that, guys. Can you tell me what is the answer to this? No, Prince. Zarina ma'am kaun hai? Chalo, try doing this question and let me know the answer, guys. This equation in two variables can be written as, can you tell me the answer, guys? That's what I'm saying, yes. Again, I'm saying a linear equation in one variable can be understood as an equation in one variables, and it can be understood as an equation in two variables as well. That would be more clear once I start explaining the graphs. Just after one or two questions, I'll do graphs as well, Divyanshu, don't bother about that. First do this question and let me know the answer. Okay, and these dots over here, they mean multiplication. They are not decimal, okay? These dots over here, they mean multiplication. Very basic question, guys. You don't have to do anything over here. So I have already explained, if you have got, this is a linear equation in one variable, guys, but I can explain it like this or not, tell me. I can say that it is 0 into y, that is equal to 7, yes or no? So the same linear equation in one variable can be understood as a linear equation in two variables as well. Very good, Aisha and Nitya. I hope this is clear to every student. Bimla, Prince, Divyanshu, is it clear? Any doubt in the question, guys? Yeah, I hope this is clear. Now let's do some more questions on the basics of solutions first. Try doing this one. If 2, 0 is the solution of this linear equation, then can you find the value of k over here? Try doing this one. Very basic question over here. And then we'll be understanding graphs as well, okay? So over here you see 2, 0 is a solution. So what does it mean? That 2, 0 will satisfy this linear equation. It will satisfy this linear equation. It means that in place of x I can put 2 and in place of y I can put 0. That's it. And that will be equal to k itself. So if you solve it, you will get k is equal to 4. So therefore, k is equal to 4 is the answer. I hope it is clear to every student. Very good. It's a simple question. Yes, Divyanshu, Nitya, Prince. Very simple question. I hope it is clear. I'm just explaining basics first and then we'll be doing graphs. That is very important to understand properly. I hope this is clear to everybody. Yes, Prince. Okay, so let's take one more question. Any solution of this, it was A, Samira, why B? It will be A because you see, Samira, 2, 0 is the solution of this equation. It means in place of x you can put 2 and in place of y you can put 0. So 2 2s are 4 and 3 0 is 0 only. So therefore k is equal to 4 is the answer, Samira. I hope this is clear. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Can you try doing this one, guys? What is the answer to this question, guys? Any solution of this linear equation in two variables is of what form out of the given options? Hello Jainath, welcome to this session. Okay, what about other students? Please answer quickly so that we can understand graphs quickly, guys, okay? You have to understand that graphs are very important. Okay, Prince, first question, can you explain again? Yes, Bimla, I'll do that. So you see, over here, this equation can be written like this or not, guys? This can be written 2x plus 9, that is equal to 0, yes or no? So you see, x will be equal to minus 9 by 2 or not? You see over here that x is going to be minus 9 by 2, whatever may be the value of y. Because y is multiplied to 0. So whatever may be the value of y, you don't have to bother about that. X is going to be minus 9 by 2. So every solution of this linear equation in two variables will be of this form or not. Y can be any value m. We are just taking y can be any value m over here. I hope it is clear. Okay, Prince, very good. I hope this is clear to everybody in this session, guys. You see, x is going to be minus 9 by 2 irrespective of the value of y over here. Therefore, in place of y, in place of the solution of y, in place of the value of y, I have written m over here, right? I hope this is clear. So, are you talking about this question, Bimla? You see, Bimla, this equation can be written like this because y is not present. So, can I write it like this? 0 into y we can write. I had already explained that every linear equation in one variable can be understood as a linear equation in two variables as well, which can be written like this, Bimla. Over here, dots, they mean multiplication, okay? They are not decimal points. I hope this is clear, Bimla. Yes. Yes, Samira. Okay. Now we have to understand graphs. Very important it is. The graph of every linear equation in two variables is a straight line. Every point on the line satisfies the equation of the line. See, first I will explain graphs to you, then you will understand everything. Don't bother. Hello, study time. You don't have to comment upon other people, Divyanshu. Please understand that, okay? You don't have to misbehave with anybody in this session. Right. So let's understand how to make graphs of linear equations in two variables, right? Very important it is, and I'll start from very basics. For example, I want to make the graph of x plus y is equal to 5. Okay. Now you know that this is a linear equation in two variables, correct? So its graph will be a straight line. Therefore, its name is a linear equation, correct? Its graph will be a straight line. Now, in order to draw a straight line uniquely, what do you need minimum? Can you tell that, guys? Can you tell that in the chat? If I want to draw a unique straight line, what do we need for that? Can you tell me? If I want to draw a unique straight line, what do I need for that? Can you tell that properly, guys? Interest? No. I'm talking in terms of mathematics, right? So in order to draw a straight line uniquely, you need at least 2 points, right? So if you know that 2 points lying on it, you can make the straight line, right? If you know the 2 points lying on that straight line, you can make that straight line. Jainath, 2 points. You need at least 2 points to draw a straight line uniquely. You have studied since childhood, yes or no? Yes, Jainath, this is the question. I hope it is clear. So what does it mean? It means we need 2 solutions over here. We need 2 solutions or the coordinates of 2 points lying on the graph of this equation. We need 2 solutions or the coordinates of 2 points lying on the graph of this equation. So how will we find solutions? You see there are x and y over here. So very simple, can I put x is equal to 0, y will be 5. If I put y is equal to 0, x will be 5 over here, correct? So it means I can join these points 0, 5 and 5, 0 to get the graph of x plus y is equal to 5, guys. So you see, this is not the only solution which we can use. Suppose I put x is equal to 1, y can be 4, so 1, 4 can also be used, correct? In the same manner, 4, 1 can also be used. But there is no need of using these many solutions. Only 2 solutions will do. 2 solutions or the coordinates of 2 points lying on the graph of x plus y is equal to 5. So just make the coordinate axis over here. I know that it will not be perfect because I'm just making in rough. This is the origin over here. So 0, 5 will be somewhere over here, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0, 5 will be somewhere over here, guys. And in the same way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 0 will be somewhere over here. So if you join these points, and you know that this graph will go indefinitely in both the directions. Don't forget that this is a line. This is not a line segment. So you have to write the equation like this. It is just a convention to write like that. X plus y is equal to 5. So this is the graph of x plus y is equal to 5. Is it clear? No, where it is given, no, Bimla, it is not like that. A and B can be anything. Are you talking about the previous question? No, okay. Are you talking about standard form, Bimla? See, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. If A is 0, then B must not be 0. If B is 0, then A must not be 0. and A and B, both of them can be non-zero. It means A and B cannot be simultaneously zero. You got it, Bimla? A and B cannot be simultaneously zero, but any one out of them can be zero. Why? Any one can be zero. Because if you make both of them to be zero, then X and Y will not remain, na? And it will not remain an equation. You got it, Bimla? But any one out of them can be zero. No problem in that. I hope it is clear. Explain tree diagrams. Over here, Ali Hassan, we are talking about graphs. Is it clear to everybody over here? Now you see one more thing. Any point lying on this graph, any point, the coordinates of any point lying on this, suppose this is 1, 4. Again I am saying the coordinates of any point lying on this graph will be a solution of x plus y is equal to 5. You got it? The coordinates of any point lying on this graph will be a solution of x plus y is equal to 5, and every solution of x plus y is equal to 5 will be for sure the coordinates of a point lying on this graph. So in both ways it is true. Is it clear to everybody, guys, up till here? Any doubt in this thing? Bimla, Ali Hassan, Samira, Prince, is it clear to everybody in the class? Okay, I'll take one more example over here, actually 2-3 more examples, because these graphs are very important and people are having many confusion in these graphs, right? So therefore I'll take 2-3 more examples over here. So suppose now I will explain the graph of the equation. Suppose I'm taking anything you can take, it is all up to you. 3x plus 4y is equal to 12. See over here, okay? So again, in order to make its graph, you need the coordinates of at least 2 points lying on the graph of it. So what does it mean? You have to solve the equation in your mind only, right? Now one more thing, don't take unnecessary values over here. I have seen many students, they take unnecessary values. For example, if you take x is equal to 1, what is the value of y? Y will be equal to 9 by 4. But you know that you will not be able to plot the point, okay? Plotting this point will make it very complex for you. So don't take unnecessary solutions. Try to get integral solutions and small integral solutions. Don't take x is equal to 100. How will you plot it on the graph paper, right? So try to, this solution will not work when you start plotting it. I mean, that is mathematical true, but plotting it is complex, right? So 1, 9 by 4 will not work for you, right? Will not work in your favor. So the most basic thing which works most of the times, I'm not saying every time, is x is equal to 0. If I take x is equal to 0, what will be y? 4 3s are 12. If I take y is equal to 0, x will be 3 4s are 12. You see, the equation is fixed like that. This equation I have fixed like that, plotting it is very easy. So I have to plot the points 0, 3 and 4, 0 over here. That's it. So if you make the graph, it will be like this. Again, it's a rough graph. It is not the exact graph. I hope you understand. So 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 0 over here. And you have to take 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 3 over here. So if you join these points over here, this is the graph of, the convention is you will write like this, 3x plus 4y is equal to 12. Is it clear to every student in this session? Tell me. Is it clear? Bimla, Ali, Hassan, Samira, Prince. So that's how you make graphs. I hope this thing is clear to every student in this session. Right. Now this was very simple. This was very simple. Up till here, drawing graphs is very simple, and see, every time it is simple, but many a times you get the graphs of these things. I'm asking, can you make the graph of this thing? Can you make the graph of 3x plus 6 is equal to 0? See, this is a linear equation in one variable. Don't forget that. This is a linear equation in one variable. So how will you make its graph? This is another very important question. This type of question actually. So what I had explained, there are two ways to plot it, right? The first is when you talk in terms of one dimension, you understand, one dimension or you talk in terms of a straight line only, if you have got only straight line, then this will represent only one point on that straight line. You got it? If you talk in terms of one dimension, then this will represent, if you make the number line 0, minus 1, minus 2. So this will represent only one point in one dimension. This is a linear equation in one variable, and if you talk in terms of one dimension or a straight line, I mean that can be horizontal, that can be vertical as well, no problem in that. So it will represent only one point in one dimension. You got it? Only one point in one dimension. But this same linear equation in one variable, this same linear equation in one variable can be understood if I write it like this. If I simplify it like this, this will be x is equal to minus 2. I had already explained that this can be written like this or not. Tell me. This can be represented like this or not. So if you talk about the same linear equation in one variable in terms of two variables or in two dimension, then it will represent a straight line only. You have to understand that. Can you find the solutions of this? See, if I take x over here and y over here, so you see x will be every time minus 2, whatever may be the value of y, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever may be the value of y, x is every time minus 2. You got it? Whatever may be the value of y, x is every time minus 2. It means in order to draw the graph of this thing, what are the points which you need? You will need minus 2, 1. You see like this, minus 2, 1, minus 2, 2, minus 2, 3. So these points will work. If you make the graph, what will happen, guys? The graph will be somewhat like this or not? Tell me. Basically, it will be minus 1, minus 2. So this is minus 1, this is minus 2. So you see minus 2, 1, minus 2, 2, minus 2, 3, minus 2, 4, minus 2, 5. So its graph will be like this. You got it? Its graph will be like this only. So therefore, again I am repeating, this same equation in terms in one dimension, this same linear equation in one variable in one dimension, this same linear equation in one variable in one dimension will represent only one point. This same linear equation in one variable in two dimensions will represent a straight line. And this straight line is what? This is parallel to y-axis and perpendicular to x-axis. So basically, graph of x is equal to any non-zero constant. This is a non-zero constant, not equal to 0. X is equal to any non-zero constant is parallel to y-axis and perpendicular to x-axis. Is it clear? Y is not equal to 0, Samira. Y is just a variable. Coefficient of y is 0. Exactly, Prince. I hope it is clear. Yeah, it's parallel to y-axis and perpendicular to x-axis. Is it clear to everybody? So x is equal to any non-zero constant will every time be, if I suppose I ask what is the graph of x is equal to 2, what will you directly do? You will just directly do x is equal to 2 over here. And it is passing through the point 2, 0. You got it? This is passing through the point minus 2, 0 on the x-axis. I hope these things are clear. These are the basics of coordinate geometry. If you move on to higher classes, nobody is going to explain these things to you. Please understand that. Nobody is going to explain these things in this detail in grade 11. I'm 100% sure about that. So you have to understand these things very properly, that the same equation in one dimension will represent a point and the same equation in two dimensions will represent a straight line, although the number of variable is 1 only. I hope it is clear. Graph of linear equations in 3 variables, that will be a plane. I hope it is clear, Ashutosh. That will be a plane. Obviously, that is not there in grade 9, not even in grade 10, Ashutosh. Okay? I hope this is clear. So there are many other concepts called plane and hyperplane. More than 3 dimension is also there, na? That you don't do up till grade 12 as well. After grade 12, you will study something called hyperplane and all that. Okay? The dimensions will basically increase, na? See, 1 dimension, 2 dimension, 3 dimension, 4 dimension and so on. I hope it is clear, Ashutosh. So obviously, we will not be able to do that thing in grade 9. So I hope it is clear that x is equal to any non-zero constant. Its graph will be a straight line parallel to y-axis and perpendicular to x-axis. I hope it is clear. Okay. Now over here, one or two more things I will explain apart from this question. Give me some seconds. Can you tell me what will be the graph of, or can I ask, what is the equation of y-axis? What is the equation of y-axis? Can you tell me, guys? Equation of y-axis I'm asking about. These things are there in NCERT in grade 9. It's not that we are doing of much level, but very important, you have to understand these things. Equation of y-axis is what? Surya is telling x is equal to 0. Correct, that is correct. Equation of y-axis is x is equal to 0. Now you need to understand why it is x is equal to 0. You see over here, so if you have got the coordinate axis over here and this is the origin. So if I take x is equal to 0, what will happen? Can I write it like this, guys? Can I write it in terms of two variables like this? Oh wait, you got it, guys? I can write it in terms of two variables like this. I can write it 1 into x plus 0 into y, that is 0. Now we need to find the solutions. So if I take x and y over here, so you see, whatever may be the value of y, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever may be the value of y, x will be 0 only. You got it? Whatever may be the value of y, x will be 0 only. So in order to draw the graph of this x is equal to 0, we need to join the points 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4 and so on. In order to draw the graph of x is equal to 0, we need to join the points 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. Now where is 0, 1? 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5, 0, 6 and so on. What is this? This is y-axis or not? Tell me. You got it? So the equation of y-axis is x is equal to 0. Equation of y-axis is x is equal to 0. I'm not talking about this question, Ashutosh, because something were left over here. You got it, guys? Equation of y-axis is x is equal to 0, and this is the logic behind that. This is the explanation behind that. Is it clear to every student in this session, guys? Now can you tell me what is the equation of x-axis? If I ask what is the equation of x-axis, guys, can you tell that? Equation of x-axis. Please tell that quickly. Surya, Prince, Samira, Ashutosh, please tell what is the equation of x-axis. Very good. Equation of x-axis is y is equal to 0, but you have to understand it logically as well, right? Because you see y is equal to 0, can I write like this, guys? 0 into x plus 1 into y, that is equal to 0. Yes or no? 0 into x plus 1 into y is equal to 0. And if you want to find these solutions, what will happen? See, whatever may be the value of x over here, x can be anything, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y will be 0 or not? Tell me. Whatever may be the value of x in this equation, y will come out to be equal to 0. It means in order to make the graph of y is equal to 0, we need to plot the points 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0 and so on. You got it? And where will these points lie? Tell me. 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, where will these points lie? 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5, 0 and so on. This will be on x-axis only. So y is equal to 0 is the equation of x-axis and x is equal to 0 is the equation of y-axis. Is it clear to every student? The concept of graphs is clear or not? This is the only thing which we have. Ashutosh, that is not there up till grade 10. This channel is for Infinity. This is Infinity Learn class 9 and 10 YouTube channel. So obviously we are doing things which are there up till in grade 9. If you want to do IIT, JEE and NEET concepts, there are Infinity Learn NEET YouTube channel and Infinity Learn JEE YouTube channel as well. You can please follow those channels for IIT, JEE and NEET concepts and questions. I hope you understand that, Ashutosh. Obviously over here class 9 and 10 students are there. I cannot take those concepts. They will get confused and maybe demoralized, right? I hope it is clear to you. Okay, so can you do this question on the screen over here, guys? Can you try doing this question? The graph of the linear equation cuts the y-axis at which point? It's a very simple question, right? the graph of this equation cuts the y-axis. So you see, any point on the y-axis is of the form 0 comma y or not? Tell me. Any point on the y-axis is of this form. We have already studied this concept. Any point on the y-axis is of this form, right? So over here, the equation is 2x plus 3y is equal to 6. And we have to take x coordinate to be equal to 0, right? X coordinate we can take to be equal to 0. So that will be 2 into 0 plus 3 into y, that is equal to 6. If I solve, y will come out to be equal to 3 2s are 6. So the graph of this linear equation, two variables, will cut the y-axis at the point 0 comma 2. The answer will be 0 comma 2. Any doubt in the question to any student in the class? Tell me. Yes, Ashutosh is correct. Is it clear, guys? Any doubt in the question? Just confirm that quickly. Ashutosh, Samira, Bimla. Any doubt in this? Okay, so let's do some more questions. Can you tell the answer to this one? We have already this. The equation of x-axis is of the form what, guys? Equation of x-axis. Can you tell the answer, guys, over here? Equation of x-axis will be what? Tell that quickly so that we can move on to the other questions. Only basic questions are there left. Equation of x-axis is y is equal to 0. We have already did this in this class itself and had explained how it is actually coming. Equation of x-axis is y is equal to 0. Now can you tell me what about this? The graph of y is equal to 6 is what? Y is equal to any non-zero constant over here. So you don't have to mug up the graphs, you have to understand that why you are actually getting that graph. Try doing this one. Okay, only Ashutosh answered it. Parallel to x-axis at a distance of 6 units from the origin. That is very correct. Suppose I want to make the graph of y is equal to 6. See it patiently. If I want to make graph of this, can I write it like this, guys? I can write it 0 into x plus 1 into y. I'm just making you understand. You don't have to do this thing every time. I'm just explaining that. So 0 into x plus 1 into y, that is equal to 6. So what will be the points over here? See, whatever may be the value of x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever may be the value of x, y will be every time 6 or not? Tell me. According to this equation, whatever may be the value of x, y will be every time 6. So it means in order to draw its graph, we need to join the points 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6 and so on. You got this logic or not, guys? So if you make the graph over here, what will happen? This is the x-axis, the y-axis, this is the origin. So basically the points are what, guys? 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, something like this. You got it? So basically this distance is 6 units or not. So therefore the graph of y is equal to 6 is something like this. It will pass the y-axis through the point 0, 6. So any graph y is equal to any non-zero constant, y is equal to any non-zero constant, that will be parallel to x-axis and perpendicular to y-axis. You got that logic? So option A is correct. Samira, is it clear or not? So y is equal to 6, if you see directly, you do it like this. If suppose you have got y is equal to 1 by 2, suppose, you'll directly say that, okay, the graph will be somewhat like this. You got it, Samira? Y is equal to half and it will pass through the point 0, 1 by 2 on the y-axis. So any graph of y is equal to any non-zero constant, it will be parallel to x-axis and perpendicular to y-axis, and that is the logic for that. I hope it is clear. No, you don't need to explain option C, Surya. Why will you explain over here? Making intercept of 6. It is not making any intercept on x-axis. Okay, intercept. Intercept is this. Surya, if you suppose a graph is like this, so this is the x-intercept and this is the y-intercept. You got it? Intercept is the distance cut out from the axis. So this is the x-intercept, this is the y-intercept. You got it, Surya? So over here on the y-axis, on the x-axis, it is not making an intercept. Nah, you see on the x-axis, it is not making any intercept. On the y-axis, it is making an intercept of 6 units. That is correct. On the y-axis, so basically this is not correct. This is not correct. This is also not correct. Only this one is correct. Is this clear, Samira, Surya? Any doubt in that, Ashutosh? The meaning of intercept is the distance cut out on the axis. I hope it is clear now. Please confirm that in the chat, guys, so that we can move on to the next question. Is it clear to every student? Okay, okay, Surya. So can you do this one? The distance between the graphs of the equations x is equal to -4 and x is equal to 1. Can you find the distance between these graphs? Samira, is it clear, the previous question? Can you find the distance between the graphs of them? Can you tell that? So Ashutosh is getting B. What about other students? Ananya is also getting B. What about you, Surya and Samira? So basically, I have already explained how to make the graphs of these lines, right? So you'll directly do it, right? Over here, you don't need to plot it properly, right? You directly know that it is x is equal to any non-zero constant over here, right? So x is equal to -4 will be somewhere over here, correct? It will be passing through the point -4, 0, and x is equal to 1 will be somewhere over here. It's going to pass through the point 1, 0. So you have to find the distance between these graphs, right? Distance between these graphs will be this or not, correct? Now you see, although this is negative, but distance is every time positive. Now this distance is 4 only. Distance can never be negative. The coordinates are negative, but distance will be positive only. And this is 1 unit. So the distance between the graphs over here will be 5 units or not, tell me. So second option is correct. Is it clear? Yes. Yes, option B is correct. Distance can never be negative over here. Distance is an absolute concept, right? It can never be negative. I hope this is clear to every student in this session. So therefore option B is correct over here. Okay. So can you tell me how many linear equations in x and y can be satisfied by x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2? Can you tell me the answer to this one? How many linear equations can be satisfied by x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2? Okay, CR7 is saying B. CR7 is saying B. What about you, Surya, Ananya, Ashutosh, Samira? What will be the answer? Bimla? C. Ashutosh is also getting C. Yes, that is correct. Infinitely many equations. You see, if I make the rough, if I just plot these points over here, the point is x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2. I can do like this if I've got this point 1, 2. So you know that through one point infinitely many lines can pass or not? Tell me. Through one point infinitely many lines can pass. You got that logic? And you know that every line will represent a linear equation in 2 variables or not? Tell me. Suppose L1, L2, L3, L4. Every line will represent a linear equation in 2 variables. And you know that if 1, 2 is lying on L1, L2, L3, L4, therefore 1, 2 will be a solution, x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2 will be a solution of each of these equations. And you know that through 1, 2 infinitely many lines can pass. So therefore infinitely many linear equations in 2 variables will have x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2 as the solution. Is it clear to you now, CR7? Any doubt in that? Is it clear now? Okay, so that's all we needed to do in this class, guys. In the next class on the Infinity Learn class 9 and 10 YouTube channel, we'll be doing more questions on linear equations in 2 variables. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the Infinity Learn class 9 and 10 YouTube channel. On this channel, we are doing Pratham series for grade 9 students and Pioneer series for grade 10 students. Don't forget to subscribe to the Telegram channel as well so as to get the updates regarding sessions and questions to do as well. Bye bye guys, we'll meet in the next session. Take care everybody.